today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This will be fielded in the end zone with no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
Third and short yardage, Young. That is caught. It's the tight end Sanders. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
That throw by Young incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Young on 3rd down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run for the first time here with Rachaad White. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The numbers for White a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Following the interception, Young. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bucs, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Young now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Starts with a run by White. He'll get this to about the 38. You look at this Carolina defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. Pretty nice effort.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Mayfield. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike, and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Mayfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Panthers will take over here just shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Young working out of the gun. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Palmer. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They defer to White out of the shotgun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Bucs are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing, Mayfield. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now back to the ground game with White. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Mayfield on play action. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Mayfield to throw it. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers about ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for Brooks a week ago. 21 carries, 90 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Young to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On third down, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by J.C. Horn. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity, just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The second down throw for Young. Well, a good throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To the air once more, Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit, because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
First down, here's White. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A first down throw for Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Young. And his throw here's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Second down, Young. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there for Carolina. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Young going to give to Brooks. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Gerald Everett, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have regained the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And Carolina scores to cap it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. On the draw, it's White. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He finds his target, Beckham. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. Mayfield looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll go up the middle with White. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Mayfield's throw complete to Otten. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Mayfield now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Quick throw there is incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Young. Throw left side, complete. That's Brooks. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Again, it's Young. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Looking for Traylon Burks that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Young. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Young to throw it. Well, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Airing this one out for Evans. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
2nd and 9. Young will set to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football as the ball will come out to the 20. So
Look like the computer's busting your ass.
Shut up! You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this 3rd quarter of play. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. But to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Mayfield now on second down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On third down, a run from White. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Yeah.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he'll take this down to the 33. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On second down, Brooks. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To throw, Young. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
First down throw from Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Mayfield. Otten brings it in over the middle. He's got room to roam, and he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Mayfield on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Bringing up second down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 70. And the Bucs have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that was good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school where I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the 2nd half. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks, and he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
3rd down, Young from the gun. That's pulled in by Brooks. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. comes right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They will run with White out of the shotgun, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd down, they'll run with White, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 53 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Calling a gain of a yard. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. To throw, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Not only is the slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here is Young. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. 3rd down here. Young now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brooks. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here. And Godwin going to have a Bucs 1st down as he'll get this up to midfield. Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. They run the draw play. This is White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. White. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Payne Durham, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter, and just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Young. Quick throw there is incomplete. K.J. Osborne, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Young on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Young to throw it. A little short pass. This is Everett. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It's Young on 1st down. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 5. Now Young. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Young. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Once more from the 11, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Young. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion now finally the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Here's Young. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Traylon Burks, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do in the two-point conversion.
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. Young. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The two-point conversion to get this thing tied.
The Bucs ready to take over once again. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he's brought down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Mayfield to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Baker. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington or Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Young to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
Yeah.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4, and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's first down. Mayfield. Into the hands of Beckham. Now they can't bring him down. Out across the 40-yard line before he's brought down. So a first down and then some. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Take your medicine.
So the Bucs going to have a chance to go down and win it. They'll get the ball first here in overtime. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now. Someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for Tampa Bay, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaunt.